Okay, YouTube Nation, this is David the Mechanic coming at you with another self-help video. We're back on the Nissan Rogue. It's a 2012 model. Has a bad AC clutch. And we're going to go ahead and replace that today. The parts came in. So let's get started. Okay, these are the parts we are replacing. The coil, this is the coil, and the clutch. The bearing is fine, so I decided not to get that. Start off, we're going to take the front wheel off to gain access to the compressor. Jack the car up on the pinch wheel. Use a jack stand. Okay, next we're going to remove this plastic splash shield, and we're going to need a flat screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, once you get those screws out, you can literally just kind of fold it back over the hub, and that'll hold it out of your way. Now we have access to the AC clutch and everything. We're going to remove the belt. This is your tensioner. Let's look at the belt routing here. Start at the crank, goes around to the air conditioner, up all the way up to the alternator, around the water pump, around an idler, then to the tensioner, and back to the crank. It must have electric power steering. Did I see a power steering pump? It must be electric power steering. Okay, to remove the belt, you put 14 millimeter on the tensioner, and you push it clockwise like you're tightening it, and the tensioner will move, and you can slide the belt right off like that. Now we're just going to remove the belt from the air conditioner pulley and kind of just tuck it out of our way. And next we're going to remove the hub bolt and unplug the coil. Okay, of course I use my impact wrench to get this bolt loose. It was kind of tight, so I just thought I would show you that not everyone has an impact wrench. So you have your ratchet and a 10 millimeter socket. You can put it in about this position and then hit the back of the ratchet handle with a hammer several times like this, and that should break it free. Alright, and now you got the bolt out. You should be able to just wiggle the clutch off. Well, now it looks like we lost one of the washers. There are going to be some washers in there. Yeah, it fell out. There'll be a washer, a spacer inside there. You're going to want to keep that. The kit I bought had, it came with some, but I need to know what size it is, so I gotta find that dude. Next step is we're gonna get our snap ring pliers and open the snap ring here, and that should release the pulley. Okay, sorry I couldn't show you taking the snap ring off. I just couldn't do it holding my cell phone camera and using the pliers. But you need these special tools. It's called snap ring pliers, and the little tits go inside those little holes and it just pries apart and pops right off. Okay, that bearing pulley assembly is just too tight of a fit to wiggle off by hand, and I got my 3-jaw puller, try to get it off, and there's just not enough room to use that, so I just got a long screwdriver in my pry bar here. Let me see if I can set this phone in a way where I can show you what's going on. I just put it on the back of that pulley here, the back of that pulley right here, and really just kind of lightly tapping on it with my hammer. Let me see if I can show you that. Alright, so I just put the pry bar on the back of that pulley. Just kind of, it's moving. Slightly tap it off. Yeah, I think I can get it off by hand from there. Okay. It should just wiggle off of there. Yeah, there it goes. We're going to reuse this part. Alright, now there are 3 screws. I don't know if you can see them from that angle. There are 3 screws inside there holding the coil on. We'll remove those, and that should be the end of that job. You can start putting it back together. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. Okay, so these Phillips screws are on so tight from the factory. I can't do them by hand, but I'll show you a little trick. If you have screwdrivers like this are actually the Duralast, but it was originally, this was a Craftsman design, and they designed it that way so a 15 millimeter socket will fit. Not 15 millimeter, my goodness, what am I saying? It's a 15/16 socket will fit right over that, and you should be able to move it. Move this, Nick.
Move what?
Your butt.
My butt.
Yeah, move your butt so I can get up here.
Oh. What can I?
Let me put the screwdriver on first.
Are you going to take that off?
I want to try to, buddy. Yep, and that works. Pretty groovy little hack right there.
I'm going to sneak on it.
There are 3 of them holding it. Nick, what are you saying, buddy? There we go. And you just move those 3, and the coil should come right off.
Daddy.
Okay, when you get the coil loose, oh yeah, don't loose the screws, Nick. Hey, put the screws back down here where they go. Put it down here. Hey, put the screws down here.
Let me put it right in there.
Okay, so when you get the coil loose, you'll see there's the wires go through that loom, and on the top of the compressor there's a clip for that small wiring harness. Nick is helping me out now. Say hi, Nick.
Hi. Bleh.
Oh, really?
Bleh.
Okay, got the new clutch back in its place. On basically from here, everything is just the opposite of taking it apart. I'm gonna put the pulley back on. Make sure this side is facing out. It should just slide on this time. It's a little hard getting off. Yeah. Might have to tap it just a little bit.
Can I tap it a little bit?
You want to tap it a little bit?
Let me do it. Can I?
No, I got it, Nick. Thank you, buddy. There, looks like that's it. Just got to get it to where the snap ring will go back on in its place. And you install the snap ring, which I'm not going to be able to do that with this camera. Nick, show me again.
Okay.
It's a rocket blaster?
Yeah, watch this.
Okay, show me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Whoa, Nick. Hey, come here. I don't think you should be running with the screwdriver, man. Let's not run with the screwdriver. If you fall, that's going to really hurt.
Wait, slide.
Okay, I got the snap ring on there, but with these cheesy snap ring pliers, can't get it to seat all the way. I'm just going to take my screwdriver and hammer. There it goes. I heard it pop in place. Just make sure it's seated. Yeah, there it goes. Alright. Now for the clutch. Okay, so I found those shims. They were just laying there on the ground. There are 3 of them. We're just going to put them inside the clutch. Make sure they sit down all the way. And for some reason my screwdriver is magnetized. Then we carefully install that. Now we put the main hub bolt on. Let's do it. Plug in the clutch, put the belt on, and give it a whirl. Okay, so that solves that problem. The clutch is engaged now, and it is spinning. Air conditioning is working fine, blowing cold. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you out. Maybe help you save some money. If it did, please like the video and subscribe, and tell somebody else about it. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you watching.